everybody, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to my first Let's Play ever. Now, to be fair and truthful to you guys, this was originally supposed to be Aladdin on the Sega Genesis, but unfortunately I seem to be having a little bit of problem with one of the levels, so I decided to go a different route, and we're going to play Donkey Kong Classics on the NES today. I know, surprise, surprise, another NES game. So let's jump on in. We are going to be playing on my AVS by Retro USB, which is an FPGA clone system, which is fantastic. If you have the means to pick one up, I definitely suggest you do. I know there's people out there that are saying that I like playing on original hardware and CRTs. It's just not the same. Yeah, okay. I get it, you know. But it's nice with all these systems aging, that there's somebody out there making new versions of them, so people like us can continue playing our cartridges. I am going to let you guys in on a little secret. I am not very good at video games. I like playing them, not good at them. So we are going to go for 100,000 points here. And it may not seem like a lot, but trust me, for me, is a lot. Because first, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to do the first Let's Play. We're going to play Donkey Kong, and we're going to play Shoot for a Million. Then I started practicing, and I said, maybe not a million. Maybe like 10,000. See if we can get this guy to go up the ladder. Come on. There we go. This is a really good version of Donkey Kong. Great port, arcade port. I know it's not exactly the same, but I mean, considering what came before this on the home consoles, it's really good. The controls are good. The graphics are good. The sound is really good. So this has always been one of my favorite games on the NES. There's so many games on the NES that are good, especially arcade ports. Mainly, you know, of the arcade classics, the old games. I mean, obviously, like, you know, a lot of the stuff that was coming out that was newer at the time, you know, the graphics weren't the same, you know, but it's only an 8-bit system, so what do you know? Ooh, that was close. 25,000, we're a quarter of the way there. I have played this on the Atari 2600, and I played it at my cousin's growing up. They had it on their 2600, and I remember it as it being pretty good. And then I started collecting for the 2600, and I found the cartridge. I think I bought it off of eBay. There we go. And, boy, it's bad. It's bad. The graphics are not good. Definitely remembered it being a lot better than what it was. But it's the 2600. I mean, at the time, it probably was good. I mean, that's all we really had. I think it came out on other systems like the Intellivision. That's what I was. I was an Intellivision kid. We had that in the Magnavox Odyssey 2, which, if you've never had the chance to play one of those, that's a really cool system, especially if you're into the old stuff. Really, really a great system. Really futuristic. I mean, especially for back then. Had a keyboard on it that was, I don't know what you would call it. It wasn't like a normal keyboard. It was all, it was like a silver, and it was all flat. Oh, come on now. That's the second time he's gotten me with that barrel. We're only at 32,000. I do not think we are going to hit 100,000. Not like this. But, yeah. That's a good system, too. There's a game on there called Pickaxe Pete. And, man. Alright, man. We're sinking here fast. We're sinking. This ship is going down fast. Let's see. We got 70,000, a little bit under 70,000 more points to go. And I got 0 lives left. No problem. I ain't gonna restart this thing either. We are going to the end. Yeah, I think this is a good, definitely good port. I know there was, as Atari systems went along, like the 5200 and the 7800 games got better as far as like the ports and stuff. I have not played too many of those systems. You know, not really common systems to be found. Wow, I thought I was going to get caught there. I do have a 5200, but it's rough. It's rough. Actually, the guy who, the contractor that did my game room, also flips houses. And right after he got done doing the basement here, he called me up one night and he said, "Hey, you know, I bought this house to flip, and I was going through the basement and there was this box of Atari consoles. Like, would you be interested in?" I didn't have a 2600 at the time. I'd already pre-ordered the Retron 77, so that's how I was gonna do that. But I still wouldn't mind having the console, you know. And so he brought over a box, and yeah, I mean, there was 2 consoles in it, and they're both really rough. And one of them was a 5200, and I'm like, just that thing's so cool. I mean, because how many people really have that? And I don't know if either one of them works. The cords on them were a little sketchy, the power cords. So I was like, ah. And to be honest with you, like with the 5200, it didn't come with any games, and it came with 2 controllers, and those things were in rough shape. And if you know anything about the 5200, you know, those controllers were garbage from day one. So, but, yeah, because I remember the one controller looked, okay, oh man, we're really cruising here. Oh, we're on level 4 already? Holy cow. 61,000, damn. And, so the one, sorry, I'm just losing track here. The one controller was put together, but you could tell, like, you know, the joystick was just totally garbage. Okay, ah! See, the way that thing bounces. Ah, that's right. I was at 0, wasn't I? Okay, we're gonna try this one again. We're gonna try that another time. Yeah, so they were they were rough, and it looked like one of them somebody had actually tried to take apart already, and it was just like, man. And it didn't, like I said, it didn't come with any games, so you know, I was just going to, all I did was clean them up as best I could, and I got them sitting on a shelf back there, because they're still cool. And that 5200 is a big console, man. That thing is huge. I mean, that thing should come with cup holders. It almost does. That back part that flips up. It's like a second wardrobe in there. It's crazy. Ooh. Man, I'm playing with fire here, son. Okay, yeah, so, and, you know, the 5200 hooked up a weird way, too, because it comes with that, I think, like, the power and the video signal all come in through the same line, and I'm always like, dude, that just sounds like the Atari house fire right there, you know what I mean? I'm just like, you know, I'm good. I'm really good not having to hook that thing up. And you know what? If Retron one day wants to make a cheapy little 5200 clone, then maybe I'll start collecting more. I did actually buy a couple games for it. They just happened to be at a resale shop, and you know, for a couple bucks or $5 or whatever. I'm like, okay. You know, but never played them. I have played some 5200 games on my Raspberry Pi. And you know, they're not bad. I've never played a 7800. Actually, that's not true. I have played some 7800 games on my Raspberry Pi as well. So I don't know if that counts, you know, emulation, but I, you know. I know a television has a version of What am I doing? Ah! I have no idea why I jumped there. Damn it! I think a television has a version of it, but I've never played it. And like I said, that was the system that I had as a kid growing up. One of them. That was the one I played the most. I mean, until Nintendo came out. And it was all over. Ooh. Close. And, but I don't think that one looked good either. I want to say that I've seen other people that have done, maybe John Hancock did a video on it where he was showing the different ones. And some of them are so rough. But that's what makes this hobby interesting, you know, collecting stuff like this, is especially when you see like how certain programmers or developers and different systems handle like these games. You know, they're never the same, they're never alike, but that's what's really cool about it. Now I know I'm playing on the, like I said, the Donkey Kong Classic cart here, but I know the regular Donkey Kong by itself came out earlier, and it was one of the black box games. I think black box games, isn't that what they call them? I think. Yeah. And then this came out later. I don't know if there was a Donkey Kong Jr. on its own. I know there was a Donkey Kong 3, and I've only played that on my Raspberry Pi. I don't actually have the cart. And that's nothing like this game. It's nowhere near the same. But, yeah, both the games on this cart are really good ports. There was a I played Donkey Kong Jr. at, when I was in Little League. There was an indoor, so close, indoor batting cage, and there was a cabinet for Donkey Kong Jr. And I just remember I always had to play it. Because I don't think Donkey Kong Jr. is as hard a game as this Donkey Kong is. Here we go. We got it. Woo! I always enjoy watching the guys that really know how to play these old arcade games really well, like Billy Mitchell. I know nowadays there's a whole bunch of controversy with that guy, but I mean, that aside, I mean, that guy just hands down one of the best arcade gamers of all time. I mean, but you know, there was a group of guys back in the 80s, you know, that original group of guys that were so good at a lot of those games. And that was just like the I want to say that documentary Chasing Ghosts. It's when I first learned about all those guys. And those guys would go in there with a quarter to an arcade and just play for like hours and not die. Man, you know how much money I spent in arcades in the 80s? And trust me, there was a lot of dying. Somebody bought a new car that owned that arcade off of me, or at least a down payment. And there we go. We're halfway there. A little bit more than that. 62. Oh my god, look at this thing. This thing is cranked. Okay. You have to be careful in this level with how far you jump off that. Oh no. Okay. Off that, from one level to the next. Because you can only jump so far and then you'll die. And sometimes it's, you think you're okay and then you just end up dying, and that sucks. Okay. Oh no! I was supposed to go up and I kept running. We're so close. I think the closest I've come is 82. And that was like a minute ago. Right before I started recording here, so I was kind of hoping I could go on a run here for you guys. I am not a good player of video games. Like I said, I just enjoy watching guys that do a lot of times. Like, if you guys know who Megadan is, Megadan, was it 29? Get there we go. And then, like Captain Algebra, man, they're good. This just comes natural to them, you know? At least it seems like it does. But I used to be a lot better at playing games, but then at a certain point I went a PC gamer, and for a while, and surprisingly enough, I'm gonna have to kill these guys with a hammer. Yeah, I'm killing these guys. Surprisingly enough, when I decided I was done with PCs PC game. I'm not 100% done, but for the most part. When I came back and I had to use a controller again on these old games that I used to just fly through, man, it was not the same. I really lost like a lot of hand-eye coordination with it because it's just a different type of gaming, I think. You know? Okay, come on. What are you doing? This guy's killing me here. Ah, I didn't mean to go down. Oh, no. Okay, we're going to give it one more run. And then if I don't do it then maybe we'll switch over and do a little Donkey Kong Jr. Yeah, I came back and you know, I always test myself by the first three Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers. You know, can I still beat them? I can still beat the first one. The second one, I can. I had a real hard time with it. I don't know why I had such a hard time with it. And the third one, to be fair, I haven't really given it that much of a shot. I got so many games I play now. And, yeah, but you could just tell everything was harder. How much I forgot, like, in Mario Brothers, in Super Mario Brothers, you get to stage 8, and, you gotta remember which pipes to go down. Totally didn't remember that. So, I had to look up the good old intranet, find out, remind myself. But yeah, I'm getting better. But it doesn't necessarily help me that I mix modern games in too, I think, because this seems to mess me up a little bit, you know, especially if because I go in spurts. I'll play older games for a while, like, you know, the Sega Genesis, and, you know, 16-bit, and the 8-bit, and then all of a sudden I'll go in and kick on, like, the 360 or the Switch, and sometimes making that transition for me back and forth, like, it takes me a little bit to get back into the groove of, like, you know, those type of games, I guess, if that makes any sense. But or that's just my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Well, it would have been nice if I hadn't died on this level in the first round. But sometimes... Whew, I always get nervous at that. I hate this level, to be honest with you. Get there. There we go. Yeah, I just hate this level. You get all the way to the end, and sometimes, to me, it feels like that, whatever that bouncing thing is. I don't even know what that is. It's such a crapshoot on whether or not you're going to make it there. Another game I was thinking about playing for today too was I got the arcade port of Popeye, which if you watched my video for 3 arcade ports that don't suck on the NES, I talk a little bit about that, and that's a really good game. I had that on the Intellivision, and I love that game. And it's just a simple game. You know, anymore, at my age, there's, you know, you got a family, you got a job and a house and everything, especially during the summertime when you got a yard to take care of and everything. You know, I don't got time for, oh, okay. I don't have time for, like, you know, games that are going to take, like, you know, 120 hours, you know, because sometimes, you know, I have big gaps in when I can game, you know, and a lot of those games, it's like, man, wheels are falling off here fast there, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, sometimes just having, I guess what I'm trying to say is sometimes just having games that are just pick up and go. You know, you play them for like 10 minutes or whatever, get your game on for 10 minutes, get your fix, and then you don't have to worry about it. Wow. Okay, I know we said that was going to be the last go, but I cannot go out like that. Okay, here we go. Last time, and then if we don't do it on this time, then we will switch over to Donkey Kong Jr. Let's see what kind of damage I can do over there. If I'm being totally honest with you guys, it's probably not going to be much better than what I got going on here. So, although I am proud of myself, as far as I know, I don't think I've sworn yet. I'm going to have to go back and look at the video when I'm editing this, but I'm pretty sure I haven't. I'm pretty proud of myself. Because I know earlier today I was playing Aladdin, and I don't know why I did that again. That's crazy. Yeah, so anyway, I was playing Aladdin earlier today, and man, that one level, I beat it for the first time, like yesterday. And I cannot, for the life of me, get by it again. And I'll have a continue and 6 lives going into it, and I just crash and burn. And the thing that gets me on that game, and I think it's the game, is there seems to be a delay when I press the button and it jumps. And I play on the analog Mega SD with wired controllers, and it just seems like there's a delay. Like, you gotta compensate for it. And I've tried using other controllers, and I actually did hook it up to regular Sega Genesis because I was like, is this right, or is this not playing the way it's supposed to? And it's playing the way it was originally supposed to, and I don't know. It's a really good game. It is a good game, but that's part of the problems I'm having. Is like, you got to get used to compensating for that little bit of when you press down that button. And it's weird because, like, if I move the D-pad on it back and forth, there's no, there's no pause, and it reacts right away. I don't know. But yeah, so again, maybe this is my excuse. I don't know. I would like to beat it. I've never beaten it. I'm pretty good at, like, the first 5 or 6 levels. Blaze through them. Then when I beat the level that I was having trouble with for the first time, yesterday. Then I played the level after that for the first time, and that was rough. Because I didn't have a. Damn it! These guys are all over me. That was luck, ladies and gentlemen. Big time. Dude, he stopped right before he hit me. That was luck. That was not skill. But I'll take luck. I'll take it. Why not? So, I guess what I'm saying is, eventually I am going to do a playthrough of Aladdin for you guys. Because it is a really good game. Just that whole era of Disney movies and... Damn, I gotta get out of here. Probably making like crazy faces here. Get so intense. Man, we're only at 32. Feels like we should be at like 72. Okay. We're gonna get serious here. Just like Arnold would say, why don't you guys just chill out? Anybody knows what movie I'm talking about? The worst Batman of all time. Batman and Robin. Rough. You thought my playing here was rough? Try actually paying for a ticket and going and seeing that movie. That was rough. Ah! What in the world am I doing? Okay, maybe this is a little bit rougher than that movie. Maybe. We got it. Oh. 0. Boy, man. If we make it from here with 0, we're not even halfway. I'm telling you. I'm not gonna say it'll be the greatest comeback of all time, because you know, greatest comeback of all time is held by another professional ball team. Although I know some guys would disagree, but you know, can't help the haters. Okay, look at all these guys. They're just like hanging out right where I gotta be. Look at these. I'm gonna get that hammer. Just go to town on these dudes. Oh no, you're not getting away. See, what really kills you on this game, it's like you get so much bonus points. You start off with so much and it counts down. So you kind of want to get through the levels as fast as you can to get as much of those bonus points as you can. So I'm always iffy on like whether or not I should just try and like see if I can jump over like a ton of barrels, but then at the same time too, it's like I'm missing out on all those bonus points. So there we go. All right. 52. Yikes. We are going to do some Donkey Kong Jr. Because I am playing no bueno with the original Donkey Kong. I make no promises that what you're gonna see here is gonna be any better. Alright. See if we can get 100,000 points on this. I like a lot of times these arcade ports, because, I have an arcade cabinet back there that I put together, and I use a Pandora's box twin arcade stick. I don't know if it has pre-installed ROMs on it. You get like, I don't know. Well, the one I have is like, I think 900 games. And I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's a Chinese kind of emulator box deal. Anyway, a lot of those games on there are the actual arcade ROMs. A lot of fighting games, and the one thing with those is those ROMs were not meant to be fair necessarily. The original idea was for those machines, those arcade machines, to get people to spend money and and put as many quarters as possible. But so sometimes I feel like, especially those fighting games, man, sometimes I do not feel like those things are fair at all. Like I said, not necessarily that great of a game player, but sometimes it's like, okay, wait a minute here. Ooh. But what I was getting at is, with these ports, they seem to be a little bit more balanced as far as fairness goes. Because they're not necessarily the original, ROMs. They were made specifically for these machines, for this system, so... We're actually not doing too bad here. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Ooh, thought I was going to come up short on that one. Take out that bird. I thought he had me there. All right. Now, this game right here, I am not sure if this came out on any other system. As far as like home consoles, it might have. I'm just not aware of it. I've never seen it. The funny thing here is too, as much as I'm a fan of this game, and I know people are gonna grill me on this, but I'm just not that big of a fan of like Donkey Kong Country, like on the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo. I have it, and I know it's a good game, but I don't know, man. Just, you know, everyone's just like, yeah, but not so much me. I think it's just because, like, apes and monkeys weird me out. Evidently that translates to me not liking Donkey Kong Country. Okay, we are getting there. Here we go. Bam, man, we're at 50,000. I haven't even lost a life. We might do it here. I think I said it earlier. I do think that Donkey Kong Jr. is an easier game to play. Now, I played this the other night, kind of after I got done playing the original, and I don't know what it was. It was like I just could not stop dying. Sometimes you just get those nights where you can't do anything right, and other days where you're like, I got like 10 minutes, I'll just pick it up, and you just go on a roll. The other night was not that night. Oh! Ow! That was kind of cool, actually. Okay, here we go. Oh. There we go. 65,000. We are getting there. Ooh. Yep, here we go. I thought that top one was going to get me. Ah! I wasn't even watching him. I was watching that blue spark. That's okay. The wheels have fallen off, ladies and gentlemen. What in the world? And this isn't even that hard of a level. It's not hard. I think I'm just tired. How many excuses have I come up during this playthrough? A lot. Well, I think that's where we're going to end it. Not too bad for my first time doing a Let's Play. Hope you guys had a good time. Hopefully, next time, I'll be able to play Aladdin for you guys, and you guys won't have to watch me play Donkey Kong badly. You can watch me play Aladdin badly. And like I said, I'm getting close. I'm getting close to being good at the whole thing. So that just about does it for this time. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you later. Take care.